everybody, Mike Arnold here, co-founder Path Trading Partners. They disappeared me again. It's got to be a bug at this point because this never used to happen. I keep fixing it, testing it before I go live, and I'm gone. Oh well, there we go. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope everybody had a safe day of trading. Looks like we might have put in at least a short-term low today in Tesla. Strong reversal pattern. And when I say short-term low, keep in mind we are making lower highs and lower lows. Trend is down. Rotation zone's down. So yeah, could this easily bounce to 1,000? It could. The aggressive buy for tomorrow on a daily basis would be a close above today's high. But then you really have to manage that position closely because until it can prove itself again, you're fighting the trend. You're swimming against the current. So you have to keep that in mind. There's one really nice reversal pattern today. Let's get into some of the overall analysis. Let's see here. Here we go with all the key lines. See, we have it on the chart. It was just easier to see everything. Let's take those off again for a second. So daily rotation zone is again, it's bearish mode, which doesn't mean you can't have rallies. It means that you have to aggressively move up stops and take profits. The rotation zone on dailies, 1,011, you're going to probably see major resistance at 1,000, right where the flat 50 is, and starting to roll over. So what was support is now becoming very key resistance. And on the 4-hour, just to look at the rotation zone, the first level is about 981, 982. And if you get above there, you still have this little gap here, but the other end of the rotation zone is this 1021. The 1 hour for tomorrow, we'll be watching about 973 area. Keep in mind, it's Fed day tomorrow. Fed day tomorrow, so it could get interesting in the afternoon. We had this gap down today, and as I put on the Discord, I do the harmonics. We got the close above the 62.5, so it favored a gap fill unless it made a new low. It made a new low by just to eke out, and then it did the gap fill. So that was a tough day. This close above that 62.5. The percentages are in the 70% that it will close the gap unless it makes a new low. Then the percentages drop. So it came down, of course. Erase the percentages. Then we had the strong rally with the market this afternoon too, and this put in. You had divergences down here. Let's take a look at the bigger picture. You started to get some divergences down here on your higher time frames, and then you got this really nice double bottom pattern, which I posted on the Discord server, and you got the key close that triggered it right here on this bar at 13:25 Chicago time. Then it paused, it stalled out at the 9:45 area, and then just blasted off, hit all the targets on that, and then continued to do the gap fill. But this guy, you can see we never got into bullish mode from yesterday. Tomorrow's line in the sand. About 9:55, right about there. Yeah, Tesla. I don't know where Wavy is today. Thanks, 42 Lou, for filling it in. Where is Wavy? Where is Wavy? Powerful lift at the bottom. Looks like a clean bottom. It was a pretty strong reversal with a high probability pattern triggered. What's interesting today, and again, it's Fed day tomorrow. It's all going to, you start seeing the market get hit hard. Tesla will probably get hit hard today. Tomorrow, it's going to be interesting. We also had that producer price index number out today, and that was very inflationary. But you got to trade with the technicals. So it looked also like, I covered this in my market overview. The NASDAQ, S&P, and Dow looked like they at least were attempting to put in a short-term bottom. We'll need that confirmation tomorrow. But if you take out today's low in the S&P, NASDAQ, and Dow, look out below. This was if this little afternoon rally fails and we get a ton of selling pressure, then as I said in there, I go to bearish mode. If it holds and we rally based off this, there might be some short-term buy setups for the end of the year. But overall, if we get selling pressure, Tesla, I'm watching for the short-term bottom, especially with a close above today's high, for a little run back to some of the key levels higher. But at least it's on a closing basis. Before that, there might be some intraday patterns, but really start to watch things coming that 2 p.m. Eastern time, because we could get some volatility. And I think unless they really ramp up the tapering speed, it's priced in. But if they go like we're tapering by February or something, then all bets are off. We could see a pretty substantial market sell off if they come in a lot faster than the street expects. So, again, above 955, I'll stay in bullish mode. Tomorrow we get down below that. What's interesting, we did this gap fill here. We have this little clear path at the end of the day. So, we could see a little run up to this 965 area again to retest that gap fill area with this clear path move higher. I'll be paying attention to that. And then above that, about 975, I'm watching. And let me get some of these other levels out of the way real quick. Above 975, then we have, let's check the higher time frames. 975, yeah, 973 to 975. Don't ignore this 1 hour rotation zone as a target on a continued rally. Really pay attention to there. So any bullish positions that are already established, definitely look to move up your stops right there. Above that level, then I'm watching 985, which is the 4 hour rotation zone, and we had a harmonic still at 982.04. So keep that in mind. Above that, then I'm just keying off the 1000 area besides using intraday harmonics. Top of the 4 hour rotation zone, I said, is before was 1020. That's going to drop tomorrow. And the bottom is the real key of the daily rotation zone. It's about 1011. So anything above 1000 to 1011 is going to be your major resistance. If it rolls over and takes out today's low, then not looking good. Not looking good at all. We started to fill the gap, and we had that support come in and we could not break. And I was watching, especially when we retested the lows, for a potential momentum, see if we got some momentum into the gap. It held very strongly. But if today's low is taken out, I'm watching for about 918 and then the 909 gap fill to the downside. That's really about it. The potential double, I can't say it would have to trade above this high on the 8th to be confirmed. Even with this lower low on the right-hand side, it is still in play. So nothing with the double has changed yet. If we do go break today's lows and especially start trading down to this 920 area, 918 area, that potential double is off. It is no more. Just cleaning up some of these key levels. So I think that's about it. Don't have much more to say. Unless not seeing any questions. Hopefully they don't do something stupid. Well, they've already let it get this hot, inflation. They're way behind the curve. I don't know how they're going to really, if they want to catch up with inflation, I don't know how they're going to do it without really disrupting the market. So we're going to have to see. I see a number of people still saying it's transitory. I don't think it's transitory. We might be easing up a bit in a couple months on inflation, but it's not going to go into a deflationary spiral yet. But they're going to be ending taper and potentially raising rates into economic slowdown next spring and summer. So that will get interesting. But we're here to take the trades, and make the money. By the way, you remember, as I said before, and not every day, but if you can find one, this was a great trade today. This little 5 minute double bottom, that was a fantastic trade. So that is, you only need one fantastic trade a day. Close on the 4 hour chart did not trigger, did not get above this high. 958.47. Close was 958.37. So there's no 4 hour signal. Ken was asking if I had a 4 hour signal. No, I didn't. So, and again, Ken, please keep in mind this is where I think you said you have a position that you're carrying. Don't get carried away with raise your stops, please. Everybody, you're still against the daily, the 4 hour, and still against the 1 hour. Even if it's above the 1 hour, you're against the 4 hour and the daily rotation zone. You have lower lows, lower highs. It's got a lot to work through. I mean, it could come up to the top of this 4 hour rotation zone and then roll over again. And, we've coming off some pretty oversold conditions on the 4 hour. When you get down here, don't be surprised to see it pop. That's why I'm the only monkey wrench in this is the Fed tomorrow. But I'm watching for this little pop. But with this pop, don't get greedy. Please don't get greedy. There's always another trade. And with that, I will talk to everyone later. Have a wonderful evening. Bye for now.